To my channel. So today's DIY I'm very excited about. I told you guys I want to do like $5 type of DIYs or under using Dollar Tree products, so things that are really affordable to create and really nice. So today I'm going to be showing you how I created some tabletop decor pieces using one main Dollar Tree item. Me personally, I am very much so into wood tabletop decor. I buy a lot of my pieces from Hobby Lobby. This one was originally $17.99, got a half off for $8. I don't even know if you can see that. And then this one right here is on clearance. Right now they have a big 75% off clearance sale, and this one was only $2.99. I literally have like these type of things all over my house. They're everywhere. I mainly get them from Hobby Lobby, but I also get them from like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, different places like that. But I really wanted to try making them using Dollar Tree products, and there's one item in particular that is great for this type of stuff. And remember, as always with my DIYs, there are things you can do so that it fits your budget. You don't have to do exactly what I did and stay on the lower end, or you can do exactly what I did, which I still consider on the lower end, but I guess it's more expensive than the first item I show you guys. So, you know, there's different things you can do so that it fits your budget. So I hope you guys enjoy these inexpensive DIYs. Like I said, I do want to continue to do DIYs like this where it's like $5 or less. And if you want to continue seeing these $5 or less videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this video to 5,000 thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not, and click the bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. With that being said, let's begin. So for these DIYs, there are two main components you're going to need. One of them is from Dollar Tree, and it is their canvases. You want to take the wood that is attached to the canvas paper out. So what you do is you get a scissor or a razor, kind of poke a hole through the canvas paper, and then just rip it off. You can use your hand to do this. It really isn't that hard. Sometimes you run into a staple where it really has a hold of that canvas paper, and just pull with all your might and it should come off. I mean, I'm pretty weak and I was able to do it, so more than likely you guys will all have luck doing this. The staples on the back of the wood are really hard to get out. I would suggest just leaving them. Like, who cares? Nobody can see the back anyway. Now, you can sand down the wood if you want to. Dollar Tree carries sanding sponges. They have a medium/firm one, and then like just a regular firm one. I'm using the medium/firm one. Now, I only sanded down a couple, and then I realized this is not really that necessary. But if you find it necessary, you can always sand them down. Dollar Tree carries a bunch of different sizes for those canvases. My favorite one is the 4x6 one. However, the biggest one they carry doesn't have a thick piece of wood in the back, so I don't suggest getting that one at all. Sometimes you might run into an issue when you're pulling the canvas where there's a little bit of like stringly pieces of canvas left over in the staples. Just go ahead and grab a scissor and just trim it all up. Like I said, there are two main components for these DIYs, the canvases, and then the second one is printed out images. If you don't have a printer, check out the card selection at Dollar Tree. There are plenty of things at Dollar Tree that you could use for the pictures. You can even get the canvas images they already have and take the picture out and just kind of flip it inside out. Take that wood piece that's holding the canvas image together, put that in front of the image, and it's essentially going to be the same thing. In the description box down below, I will link all the pictures that I used. However, when I printed them out, I went to the page setup and I resized them there. I don't have any fancy programs on my computer that I use to resize images. I just go to the page setup and kind of guess how big I want the image to be. So if you use the exact images I used, you want to go to your printing page setup and then resize it to what you think is going to fit the canvas, because that's what I did. So as you saw, I take the image, I outline the shape of the canvas, and then I cut that image out. Then I just glue it down. Now I ended up using wood glue. Honestly, I'm positive it's not necessary to use wood glue. It's just what I had beside me, so I ended up using it. I'm sure you can use hot glue, you can use regular Elmer school glue, you could use super glue. It doesn't have to be wood glue. And that's it. Right there you have some easy tabletop decor using one product from Dollar Tree that's only $1. You could leave it at that. You don't have to paint the wood. I still think it looks nice with the unfinished wood look. If you do decide you want to paint the wood, you can use acrylic paint to kind of get a stained finish to the wood. So I'm going to be using this brown color, it's called Coffee Bean, and then this beige color called Territorial Beige. And what I do is I pour them side by side into a little paint bowl. You really don't have to do this, but what you end up doing is you mix it with water. So you take some water and you take a little bit of whatever paint you're using and just kind of mix it, so you create a watered down version of the paint. And then you use that to stain the wood. So it's not as strong as an acrylic paint where it's going to look super opaque because you mixed it with the water. The watered down paint gives color to the wood, but it doesn't take totally away from all the wood grain. Obviously, the more watered down you make it, the less the paint is going to show up on the wood. To paint the wood, I'm using a makeup sponge. I've told you guys so many times before, I like to use makeup sponges because they're inexpensive, first of all, and they're just really easy to paint with. Just don't be afraid of getting your hands a little dirty. Now I'm going to show you guys another alternative to make your tabletop decor even nicer, in my opinion. Now, Dollar Tree does carry wood beads. The wood beads are colorful, and you can always paint them to be the color that you want them to be, but in my opinion, that doesn't make the most sense, because you can go to a craft store like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann Fabrics, or even Walmart and find the wood beads there for a less expensive price. Sometimes it might be more than $1, but more than likely it's not going to be much more than $1 and not much more than you having to buy that $1 pack from Dollar Tree and then having to get paint to paint it. It's just so much easier. So what I ended up doing is I went to Hobby Lobby and they had all their wood beads on sale. So these ones in particular, they were half off and they cost me $1. And I'm going to be putting this around this farmhouse sign. So this one is actually my favorite of them all. It is a farmhouse sign in the font of like the Ray Dunn stuff. What I did was I started to glue on those beads using wood glue, and then I decided no, because I like to film all my stuff within the same day right away, and I knew I was gonna have to wait for the wood glue to dry. So I ended up using a hot glue gun. I was just putting glue at the bottom of a bead and then attaching that to the frame. So for this particular image, I used one bag of beads, and then honestly, like, I don't even know how to put it, like 1/10 of another bag of beads. So I had to use 2 bags, but I had a lot of left over from the second bag. And each bag, like I said, cost me $1 because they were on sale for half off. Now, another inexpensive option at Hobby Lobby are the wood beads from the Treehouse Studio. They're $1.49 and I got them at half off, so it only cost me 75 cents for each bag. I did not paint these wood beads. I glued them on as is, and I think it looks nice with the unfinished frame and then the unfinished wood beads. I used a bag and 1/3 of a bag, so 1 full bag and then 1/3 of a bag, so I do have leftover beads from that DIY. Now, another option when you're painting the wood from the canvases is obviously using a wood stain. So for the darker images, I used a wood stain. It's the dark walnut wood stain. And I went ahead, stained them all up. And, you know, I really do like wood stain. It only sucks because it smells so bad even when you have to do it outside. But you can really nicely see the wood grain, which I like a lot. And I actually really, really like this color. So for one of the images, I didn't put any beads around it. It's still one that says, "Be known for your kindness." I really like the wreath around that image. And then the other one that says "Gather," I added some beads, and these beads were $1. They're from the same brand as the ones from before, which is Bead Design Company. And again, it's from Hobby Lobby. So I glued all the beads from 2 packs around that image. The final image that I created was this gray one, so I went ahead and I painted the frame gray, and I used a chalk paint that I got from Walmart, and it's a very light gray color. And then I put in this gather image, and what I did differently than the other ones is I just created a string of beads. I got some twine from Dollar Tree. I put 5 beads inside of there, and then I tied the twine around the back of the picture frame. You can go ahead and glue the beads down if you want to, or glue the twine down if you want to. I just didn't because I'm lazy. So all 7 of these cost me $13.50 to make. If you have to buy paint, you can get the paint at Walmart for like 50 cents, and then you're going to have a bunch left over. And that's usually how it goes when you make things yourself. You tend to have leftover paint, leftover wood, whatever it might be, you'll have left over for other projects. So that is it for this tabletop wood decor using Dollar Tree items. Like I said, you can make some for just $1, not even do with the bead. You can also use the colorful beads from Dollar Tree and create a colorful image or paint them. You can add layers to the canvases so you have a thicker image. You can use the backing from a picture frame so that the image that you create stands up straight. It's all up to you. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.